All right, what I'm going to show you guys now is how to finish up your Notability Journal and get that submitted. So far on my Notability Journal I have, and mine does not look very complete because I haven't put all of the time into it that you guys should, but I have number 1 completed with my, my drawing of all the tools, my keywords, which are score, slip, and seal, and the objectives for our project. My number 2 spot has 4 pictures. So 2 pictures from Owen Mann and 2 pictures of my references for the succulent. Number 3, I have my sketches, and you guys should have probably 2 sketches. Since you're doing 2 different flowers, there should be 2 different types of sketches there. Number 4, I have asked you guys to do some process pictures, and I just took one really quick of some of the piece that I had in process from the demos from today. So, you should have a couple in there so that I can kind of see step by step or along the way what you did. And then I have my finished pictures. I only have 1 flower finished because I'm a poor student. Not really, but I have 1. You guys should have 2. So I labeled mine flower number 1 so you can see from the top looking down to the flower, and then also flower number 1 from the side. Since we're working 3-dimensionally, it's really important that you show me more than 1 picture so I can kind of get the idea of what you've done. All right, so you guys would also have, maybe in this area over here, 2 more pictures of project number 2. So flower number 2 from the top and flower number 2 from the side. Then the last thing you guys are going to do is the rubric. And so what I have here is I have already opened up Canvas, and underneath the pinch flowers it says turn in your Notability Journal here. And I have told you exactly what needs to be in your Notability Journal and how many points you have. So there's 5 different components to the journal. And then I'm going to click right there on that sculptural flower rubric and open that up here in Notability. I'll just go ahead and create another note. And then you're going to want to turn your iPad so that you can do a screenshot of the entire thing. Oops, that screenshot did not work. So screenshot of the entire rubric, and I'm going to go back into my journal that I've been working on, and right here for my rubric I am going to import that photo that I just added. So now I've got a rubric in here, and if you guys could please make sure that I can actually read your rubric, so that means you're probably going to need to enlarge it a little bit. If you want to make it so that your questions can be answered out here over on the side, that's also fine. So we've got 4 questions to answer. And like I said, I want to be able to read this, so don't do it in tiny microscopic writing. So the first thing on the rubric that you're going to do is you are going to self-select and decide how was your craftsmanship, how was your creativity, and how was your production and effort. So in here you can kind of decide, oh, craftsmanship, it says edges are really smooth, the joining is hidden, the surface is smooth. If you think you did a great job, then just go ahead and highlight that box. If you think you were pretty good, but maybe you needed a little bit of work, select that box. And then the same thing down here for creativity. So is it unique, really interesting idea, or is it maybe more following along the lines of copying somebody else, or just exploring but weren't quite sure of how to be super creative with it? You get to select where you're at. All right, so by the time you're done, time and effort, creativity, craftsmanship, it would look something like that, where you just kind of self-assess how you did. And then down for the self-reflection, you've got 4 questions to answer. So it asks what 2 different types of flower petals did you create? So over here for number 1, it says to describe or draw them. So you could draw out the shape of the petal that you did, and then maybe describe, what type of maybe flower it's based on, what type of succulent. You could put that in there. Number 2, I'm asking you which of your 2 flowers is more successful and why. So it might be your second one because you've already practiced with the first, so that was your trial. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you say it was your second one, but maybe your first one you put more time into. I'm not sure. So I want you guys to answer which is the better one of the 2 and why. Number 3 is what was your favorite part about creating the flowers? So did you love just making something? Did you think it was interesting to try to recreate something that was in nature? So what was it that you really enjoyed about creating the flowers? And then the last question is, which area would you need to continue working on, or would you do differently if you had more time? So with that, you might be able to say, oh, I could make it more intricate, or I could smooth things out better, or attach things better. So just think about where your area for improvement is. Okay. Once all of that is done, your journal is complete. So you'll have all numbers 1 through 5 with all of your information in there. It should be a really nice visual journal of everything that you completed for the first project. All right, once you're done with that, then you're just gonna go back into your Canvas spot, and your Canvas looks different than mine because you'll have a button to actually submit. So go ahead and get that turned in. It is due September 22nd, which is Tuesday at the end of the day. I have it open for you, so if you don't quite get done on Tuesday, you just need to have it turned in for sure by the end of the week. All right, any questions, feel free to email me and we can chat or pop onto WebEx and get it figured out. All right.